Hey guys, welcome to the Lotus Crown. I'm Amber. I feel like the smoke is like right in the middle of the screen, so I'm just going to try to. It is. It's like right in the middle of the screen. It'll go out in a minute. Well, welcome to the Lotus Crown. I'm Amber. I'm going to do a 9-card spread. This is going to be an intuitive message for anyone who needs it. So this is actually going to, this could be for you or not. Pieces of it could be for you because this is for the new moon in Aquarius. So this is for the February 11th, 2021 new moon. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're already subscribed, I just want to thank you. Okay, because, I can't. So if you're already subscribed, I just want to thank you for your support. If you're not subscribed, welcome to the channel. If you like the way I read, please like, share, and subscribe. I am going to pull some tarot. I have some oracle cards here that I thought maybe I might get into, so we'll see. Ooh. So we have the High Priestess jumping out. This feels really good. So we have someone who is using their intuition, someone who is very much connected to spirit at this time. Yes, wow. And then we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that note. Okay. I'm going to leave her here. So let's see. Woo! Yeah, this is looking good. Okay. Wow. Okay, we got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the High Priestess. I'm going to put her right here at the top of the read. Right in the center of the read. Okay, right in the center. It's the Four of Wands. So this is someone who is establishing a new foundation. This is someone who is getting their internal foundation together. Someone who is considering a commitment in a very serious way, because in this row right here, okay, right with the Four of Wands, we have the Emperor right next to the Four of Wands. So we have someone who is ready to take authority, take charge. We have the Ace of Swords right next to the Four of Wands. So this is a very strong line of energy here. Someone is in there, they're confident. They're ready to go after what they want. They feel strong. Someone may have gone through, someone may have gone through some conflicts, some emotional some emotional battles. Okay, we have the Five of Wands here. This is conflict. Someone's fighting for something. Because we have the Five of Wands with the Knight of Swords. Someone has been battling and fighting and kind of like behind the scenes too, because it's right in line with the Page of Swords. So this is someone who doesn't communicate up front. This is kind of like behind closed doors. Like you or your person who, it's like this person, what they're going through, you would not be aware. You would not be aware of it. You wouldn't be aware of this. You wouldn't be aware of this. So let me take you from the top. In the very first, the very first card that comes out is the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is someone who wants to express their feelings. They want to express their emotions. They're also very childlike and innocent in the way that they want to express their heart. You know, it's kind of like they may be younger than you, but this person wants to express themselves in a very like innocent way. They want to come and express how they feel. The Page of Cups is right next to the King of Wands. So this is someone who's very attractive, very charismatic. The King of Wands is right next to the Queen of Swords. They have their backs turned away from each other. So they're like this. They're like back. They're like their backs are to each other. So they're not facing each other. And this is in the first line. So to me, it's like you guys are not seeing eye to eye. And your approach to the relationship is not a match. Like the Queen of Swords is going to approach a relationship in a particular way, very direct, very kind of cutthroat, kind of cold. You know, she as a queen, you know, is, you know, kind of stern. You know, she's stern. The King of Wands is kind of like, you know, a little more suave, a little more smooth. You know what I'm saying? King of Wands, you know, this is someone who's, you know, kind of like charismatic, you know, they're sexy, you know what I mean? A little, it's warm. So you got fire, you got ice, you know, it's like you got King of Wands, you got Queen of Swords. So two very different approaches, right? But we have to have it in the same line as the Page of Cups. So this is about feelings, about love. And I feel like, the two of you want to come together, but the approaches are different. But it looks like you guys are going to meet and you'll be brought into contact with each other, into union. So it's like in a roundabout way. In a roundabout way, there is going to be some type of communication, because a Page of Cups is a messenger that expresses their feelings. So the two of you at some point will end up speaking, talking, exchanging feelings for each other, like talking about how you feel about each other. But your energies are not you're not a match in the energy. Like it's not the same energy. It's just not the same energy. Because actually the way y'all came out is like this. See, back to back, like you guys are not facing each other and you're different. You're not counterparts. So there is some type of almost it's like a standoff in a way. Okay. But I feel like that's about to change. The middle row here, like I said before, you have an Emperor here. And I almost feel like, I really feel like this is two different people. This is two different people. I mean, the King of Wands and the Emperor are both fire, but they are not the same. They are not the same. Similar, not the same. And so I feel like you could be dealing with one or the other or both right now, because you got the Queen of Swords. What's in line with her is the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. And then she's right next to the King of Wands and the Page of Cups. So we got this King of Wands who is probably more of he's younger than you, or he's not as mature as the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very mature. It's very, very direct conversation. She's direct, she's stern, she's about business. You know what I mean? She's mature. The King of Wands isn't always mature. Not always. That's not his MO. Okay. So he can, but he may not be. But with the Emperor, that's someone who's like a father figure, an authority figure. And it's in line with the Ace of Swords. So these are two different masculine energies. And your King of Wands is probably the one who is a little bit like less experienced in relationships, or less successful, or less skilled. It's just It's one of those, because he is facing the Page of Cups. So there is some growing that your King of Wands, and that's fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sag. And so there's some growing that this King of Wands needs to come into at some point. But he is also very serious about you. So I'm going to talk about two different masculine energies now. I'm going to tell you what your Emperor thinks of you, and I'll tell you what your King of Wands, because that's what's coming in. It's two different masculine energies. So your King of Wands is actually very much interested in having like a commitment along, you know, something that's stable and long term with you. They really want to have that. I don't see that they understand or know how or have the skills to obtain it and maintain it, right? To nurture it. Then you have an Emperor. You have someone who's kind of an authority figure, a father figure, you know, someone who's kind of established. They may be older than you. There may be an age difference. Yeah, I think there may be an age difference. Like you have an older man and a younger man, okay? It's like, it feels like that. Okay, so you can place the masculine, feminine energies where they belong, but I will speak to you the way that the energies are speaking to me. So I will use he and she as appropriate. So your Emperor also wants long-term foundation with you, but he is actually ready to take the authority, take charge, step in, call shots, say, look, this is what I want. You know what I mean? With that kind of energy, like, look, this is how I feel about you. This is what I want. This is what I see in the future. This is my vision. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? That's the Emperor. That's the energy of an Emperor. They're not afraid of the conversation. They're not afraid of having it. They're not afraid of whatever might come out of that conversation, because they're confident. They typically get what they want anyway. Emperor energy, they're not afraid of it because they are conquerors. So they don't feel like I'm not going to get what I want. They feel like, well, it depends on the approach. But your Emperor is straight up like this. Your Emperor is 100% ready to do this with you. 100% ready to do this with you. Your Emperor wants to commit. They want a firm foundation with you. They want to figure out how this is going to look long term. They're ready to have a victory with you. They are ready to communicate directly. You see what I'm saying? And that goes nicely in line with the Queen of Swords. She would appreciate that Ace of Swords. Like, let's talk about it. You know, what's this going, you know, what could it look like? Because she's the decision maker. The Queen of Swords is a decision maker. She will cut through. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to be sitting, because she's already holding her sword of victory. She's already holding her Ace of Swords. So she'll be ready to have that conversation and make whatever decision she feels is best for her. Okay. So here at the bottom, you've got some really interesting energy, because you had the Page of Swords. This is like, I'm not talking to you directly. You know what I mean? Page, it's immature. It's a behind the scenes. It's planning, gathering, learner, student, researcher, all this kind of stuff. That's Page of Swords. It's right next to the Five of Wands, which is also in direct line with the King of Wands. Then you have the Knight of Swords. Your Emperor is ready to rush in and get you, save the day. Really, on a mission. That's what's in line with your Emperor, Queen of Swords, the Emperor, Knight of Swords. Your Emperor is ready to rush in, save the day, cut out, you know what I mean, all the confusion, any kind of illusions, any kind of misunderstandings. Like, the two of you would have a very clear conversation, and it would be done. Okay. What's in line with your King of Wands? It's like the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, and then the Five of Wands. It's like he wants something, but he doesn't know how to go after it. He wants something, but he doesn't have the skill set yet to obtain it. Because he's conflicted, the Five of Wands. He wants something that he can't figure out how to get. Then with the Page of Cups here, you got Page of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Page of Swords. Remember, your Page of Cups is sitting right next to your King of Wands. That tells me there's some immature ways about expressing feelings. It's just not graduated yet. Then you have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. This person, and I'm not feeling like it's your Emperor, because we have the Page of Cups next to the King of Wands. This feels like your King of Wands, the one who's very attractive and sexy and smooth, charisma, you know what I mean? Like suave. He just kind of, that's his only energy. That's all he knows how to do. You know what I mean? And he's not, it's like, he's conflicted. He's conflicted about how to approach, how to communicate. He's conflicted about how to communicate. Because it's like Page of Swords versus Page of Cups with the Ace of Swords in the middle. This is what's sitting here, just like this. It's like, should I tell this person how I feel, or should I keep it to myself? And the Ace of Swords is right in the middle. It's like a decision. It's a vice versa. It's like a this or this. With the decision, the final breakthrough, the final decision to actually pick up that Ace of Swords and communicate. This is like they're back and forth. They're back and forth about how to approach it, how to communicate in order to have a victory with their Queen of Swords. They don't know how to, they don't know how. They don't know how to approach it. They are conflicted. Now, this is a new moon in Aquarius read. I want to point you to the High Priestess, because what's interesting about the new moon in Aquarius is that we actually have something that is phenomenal taking place. We have a stellium on the day of the new moon in Aquarius, and the High Priestess is here. It's like with the Two of Cups and the moon. I just want you to see this, because I feel like, to me, something is going to take place. You got the World card. Something's going to take place on this new moon. There is going to be some kind of enlightenment, and I mean illumination, because of the moon. Like something's going to come to someone's understanding. Someone's going to see things for what they are, whether it's you or your King of Wands or your Emperor. But it's like something's going to be brought to the attention of you or your two individuals who are showing up in this read, because there's a decision that has to be made. Queen of Swords. That's what she does. She makes decisions. She makes decisions. That's the Queen of Swords all day. She takes that sword of truth and she says what's true, what's not. She says, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm not going to do. She says, this is what's for me. This is what isn't. This is what serves me. This is what don't. You know, she cuts through, you know, any stagnant energy. Okay. So it's like, I feel like whoever the Queen of Swords is, if that is you, you know, then it's like your decision will become clearer to you with the help of this new moon, with this illumination of this moon energy. You know, your intuition, your third eye, High Priestess, about who you want to come into union with. Two of Cups is about union. And it's about divine union, in fact, as well. It's about divine union and true love. And you have an Emperor. You have an Emperor. Okay, so, and you have the World card. Something's coming to a close. So yeah, you're going to probably, this is what I'm saying. You're going to make a decision because you're closing something out to come together with someone. And you got two masculine energies and only one feminine energy on this board. So it looks like there's going to be a decision about which masculine energy you feel you want to come into union with. Okay. That's what I am seeing. I'm going to see about, I'm going to get, I really love this deck. This is like my favorite deck right now. I'm going to get you a flower because I want to see what comes out here. What else they would like to make known to you. Ooh, oh, yes. Okay, so this is Sweet Pea. And it says blissful pleasure. Yeah, you coming into union with one of these. It says follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Sweet Pea. So this is the advice of spirit. Follow your bliss. What makes you happy? What would make you blissfully happy? They're opening doors during this new moon. They're opening doors for you. This is your advice. Sweet Pea. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Interesting. This is good. I'm going to set this one here. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. Yeah, you got a decision to make, it seems. Or someone will be making a decision around this full moon. In the stellium, the energy of it is insane. It's like, and don't feel like, well, just keep in mind that like the energy of the stellium can unfold itself over the next couple of months. Okay. So, but this moon energy, this new moon, yeah, it's going to definitely shine a light for you on a decision that needs to be made or will be made, is going to be made for sure. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Third eye. It's your intuition. Third eye. High Priestess. Moon. It's your third eye. Coming into union. Two cups coming together. The World card. Love. Yes, some kind of decision is going to be made around this time. And it's going to be intuitively led and guided, period. It's going to be divine. I mean, when you're talking about your third, it's going to be, it's like, because you have an Emperor here and because you have a King of Wands, you know what I'm saying? You don't, it's like King of Wands and then like you could have had like the, you could have had like the King of Pentacles. You could have had the King of Cups. But you didn't. You have the Emperor and you have all this like moon energy. See, that's divine. The moon is divine. The High Priestess, that's divine. Third eye, that's divine. Love, it's divine love. Whoever your Emperor is, who wouldn't want an Emperor? It's the top. the top. It's your true divine match. That's your person. So, you know what I mean? The Emperor is the one that's ready to call it. Let me see. Yeah. You got home with love. That's what was up under love. It's a 4. It's a number 4. You got 4 wands, and in the middle of the whole read is about the 4 wands. Someone is recognizing that you are like their home, their person. You know, they are seeing you as their foundation. That's the line with your Emperor. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see what else. I like this deck. I always say this when I grab it. I like all my decks, okay? Like, I always say that. But I really like this one, though. I really like this one. It's actually 2 decks in one. This one's jumping out at me. It's 2 decks in one. And let's just see. Let's just see what we get. It's hard to shuffle it, is all. It's just hard to shuffle it. So I'm gonna just try to do this, okay? All right. Let's see what you got. Oh, okay. A message for you. You got Page of Cups and you got Page of Swords. I mean, Page of Swords is not going to be direct communication. So it's Page of Cups for sure. And I mean, you got the Ace of Swords. That's direct communication. Like, you guys are going to be talking. It says, I'm thinking of you in this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. This is from your person. This is from your person. They're thinking of you in this very moment. That's really special. That's really special. This is what the other side of that card looks like. You guys are connected like telepathically. Yeah, because of the third eye and the High Priestess and the moon. And it's like, you know. Yeah, this is your person. See, and it's like, either you or them just have to like make a decision. You have to cut out this other one. It's like, you already know what it's like, you know, because it's an Emperor. Wow. Yeah. You got, contemplation, meditation, spending time alone. This is what this card looks like. Wow. This says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yeah. This is really about your third eye. This is about intuition. It's like you have to go inward to get the guidance. You have to go inward. You have to go inward. High Priestess. You have to, it's meditation, reflection, contemplation. It is trying to figure out what's best for you. Trying to figure out who that is. Who is best for you? Yeah. Let's see what the Moonology deck has to say. I'm not surprised to see like the Emperor, because I feel like with this kind of energy for the new moon, it's like there's a lot of divinely orchestrated stuff happening. I mean, because it's so many, it's like 6 planets coming conjunct. Like, it's crazy. I mean, it's really like, it's like, whoa. So someone is getting a wake-up call. Someone is definitely going to know for sure what their moves are. You know, it's going to help. It's going to help to clear it up, to make it clear, very clear, you know, so someone kind of knows what it is that they need to do for them. whether that's you or your person. Yeah, this is a time for healing. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. When this decision is made, I feel like it's going to be such a, and this is like that. This is the same color as this third eye. I'm sorry, I just have to point that. Look at this. It's your intuition. It's like it's the moon. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is it's just something that you have to sit alone and think about, and not in the space of your mind. It's about meditation, contemplation, reflection. It's about getting the guidance from within. You know what I mean? But when this decision is made, it's going to be very healing, blissful pleasure. It's going to be healing for you. Work through your fears. Yeah, it is. It's making any decision can feel a little, you know what I mean? It can feel scary because you feel like, what if I make the wrong decision? Which there are no wrong decisions, just lessons. It's just the experience, the journey. And I feel like, I just saw 3131, but I feel like, it's hard to make decisions when you know what I mean? Especially when it's like two people. Like, you got to cut one out if you're going to go all the way with another. That's tough. But it's one that you can make. It's a decision that you can definitely make. Let's get you one of these. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. Magnificence. That's what you got. Magnificence. You are enough. I wonder if you're not going through a bit of a process of sort of your own internal foundation emotionally, making sure that you understand that you are enough by yourself alone without anyone else. You're enough. You're great just being you by yourself. And I wonder if you haven't had to go through that process before you even came into contact with an emperor, because that kind of opportunity doesn't present itself unless you're ready for it. And you're already in tuned to your third eye and your intuition because you have enough of that energy here, and you're about to close out this cycle. You have the Nine of Swords here that's up under this World card. So there are some fears. There are some fears. But it's just kind of the process of what happens when you're getting ready to make a decision, or someone's getting ready to make a decision. At the bottom of this deck is release. It says release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. Queen of Swords. I feel like this is your decision. Like I said, Queen of Swords is a decision maker. She releases, she cuts out what does not serve her. It's release. So it's a decision that you have to make. And of course, this is a general read for the collective, for the new moon in Aquarius. So this is not going to be specific enough, but if you're interested in a personal read, if any of this resonates, you're interested in a personal reading, you really want to kind of zone in on your particular situation, or you want more insight about how to go about making this decision. Not someone telling you what decision to make, but coaching on how to go about making this kind of decision. Send me an email and we can work that out. But I think that this is definitely a time where decisions are going to be made because it is a new moon and it is in Aquarius. It is about totally moving in a completely different direction It is about substantiating like who you are in your authenticity and moving forward in that, you know, with strength, with authority, you know, with this Ace of Swords, you know, being who you are, period, unconditionally who you are. So that's the Four of Wands. It's done. You know what I mean? Like, it's solid foundation. It's a solid foundation. Committed. So that's what I have for you for the new moon in Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, please just reach out to me. My email and everything is in the description box below. So until next time, take care. Bye.